Hot fire, man. Dylan twos, 1-2s, the 1-2s, hear me out. Dylan, nigga, like that for real. Hear me out. Certified. Check this out right here, look wild. Look, super hot, don't touch that. Shots fired, I'ma bust back. Way back then, I was tryna blow, but the money ran low, so we ain't gon' discuss that. Nigga, fuck that. Shake shade off. It'll rain, it'll hail, no aid off. And when you get a fan base and you signed and you wind up paid off. Show a nigga underground like roots. And A-Leaf if you looking for the juice. And I got 25 on the dresser. Top notch, never settle for the lesser. Smash up this, then I bought me a red. I ain't tryna talk, I'ma leave it on red. Yike, I be kinda throwed off the Don Julio show. Please never mind what he said. Big dog, nigga, lift up your leg. You already know how I give it up, yeah. Free big bro doing time in the fist. Least I could do is keep a nigga well fed. It's Yike on the whole EP. I'ma eat beats like I eat sweet peas. I was in the hood where your money ain't good. Ain't nobody come through to rescue me. Not me. I just wanna catch me a breeze. Summer season, see me by the beach. Trench baby, grew up in the hood, imitating everything I see. White man wanna see me dead. White Jesus stuck inside my head. I just wanna live life great. Eating beats, let us say grace. I just wanna catch me a breeze. Summer season, see me by the beach. Trench baby, grew up in the hood, imitating everything I see. White man wanna see me dead. White Jesus stuck inside my head. I just wanna live life great. Eating beats, let us say grace. Amen. Yeah, I was piss poor. You ain't got enemies, what you got a blick for? Beats get ate like I rolled big four. From a block where them young niggas fiending for war. Putting up points, Hakeem on the board. 12 catch up, now you riding the bench. 15 years just for riding the wave. Let him out the cage, he ain't been the same since. And I remember we was hopping the fence. Young niggas hustling for 25 cents. Block super hot, so I hop in the pool. Cool cup lady where the money gets spent. Who would've known I live like this? Live life righteous, I passed the assist to my brother, he gon' score that. Big bro, you should know that. Shalom, what my folks said, I just wanna catch me a yeah. Big Bible bigging up my head. Praise God, give me more life. Niggas rather sin instead. I just wanna live life great. Eating beats, let us say grace. If you wicked, get up out the way. Nigga, you cannot defy fate. I just wanna catch me a breeze. Summer season, see me by the beach. Trench baby, grew up in the hood, imitating everything I see. White man wanna see me dead. White Jesus stuck inside my head. I just wanna live life great. Eating beats, let us say grace. I just wanna catch me a breeze. Summer summer season, see me by the beach. Trench baby, grew up in the hood, imitating everything I see. White man, wanna see me dead. White Jesus stuck inside my head. I just wanna live life great, eating beats, let us say grace. Amen. Live life great. What up, Jake? What up, Jake? Catch me a breeze. Do this shit all the living at ease. This shit really too easy for real. Yes, sir. Hit me out. This is the warm up. Hit me out. Catch me a breeze. See me by the beach. Grew up in the hood. That's all I see. Live life great. Real big bruiser. Can't defy fate. No. Attack of the Jakes. Just like that. It's the attack of the Jakes. Hit me out. Yeah. Shout out Kawhi, man. We really on that for real. Yeah. Space City.
The spirit be using me, that's just the Jew in me. Lost my interest and that ain't no usury. Thank you for Abba for calling and choosing me. You be on time and ain't never no truancy. Got me on water, I'm walking a wave. Lifting my hands, I'ma give them the praise. Like one behind, making plays. I block any demon that come in my space. I am hella tired, but I'm still up in the race. The government shut down, why they playing in my face? Economy is breaking me, gon' make me catch a case. I can never lose faith, hallelujah for your grace. I can see the kingdom coming down from outer space. I got brothers in the land. Shout out Hezzy, shout out Tay. And we gon' get them out of there. That's all I gotta say. And we gon' take that land back. They cannot take our place. No. I just caught a win last night. Night. Feel it in the wind last life. That's life. Think I see the end in sight. I just caught a win last night. The Most High blowing trumpets, meanwhile niggas fighting on the internet. All that woofing, hollering at the moon, and ain't nobody finna spin a step. Everybody high-minded like, damn, we ain't even in the kingdom yet. Hot niggas got a Christ complex, and ain't there, nigga ain't seen them yet. New cats giving breakdowns, old cats out the faith now. Gorilla still my brother, I'm like, damn, how you bang a whole gang now? Miss the days when the truth was truth, now the whole shit kinda strange now. Cause everybody moving foul, I can see how they getting out the game now. Yeah, Howard Shy my cover, Roger Zion's my brother. I rhyme and Marcus out the whole B.O.W. that's the cutters. Shout out to the whole LOI and SOT, I ain't stutter. Watchmen, that's the IKM, don't play with them, I might cut ya. I just caught a win last night. Feel it in the wind. That's life. Think I see the end in sight. I just caught a win last night.
I've been sitting back watching prophecy unfold. Just know that I stay with some muscle, I'm swole. The Jezebel spirit been stuck on these hoes. I can recall last time they took a pic of some clothes. And truth be told, niggas wanna teach but don't practice what they preach and make amends, they bro. Talking shit, niggas went through the fire and came out looking like 10-karat gold, huh? It's easier to admit that I battle with lust than to put on a facade. I pray and ask God for self-control, then was put in a situation where I leap like a frog. Woo! It feel good getting that dirt on my chest. I repent like, Lord, forgive me as I walk in the spirit while I battle in my flesh. When I ain't give a F with the G's, I spin and be all in your grill like Crest. Black Force action, hooded up like the Grim Reaper that came to collect. I accept I'm a public figure that poison to you. But then the veil was lifted up, revealed the lies. Then show me the truth, now there's purpose when I step in the booth. Niggas is getting revealed.
I just caught a win last night. think I see the end in sight. In sight. I just caught a win last night.
The spirit be using me, that's just to join me, Lord. The Most High blowing trumpets, meanwhile niggas fighting on the internet. Everybody high-minded like, damn, we ain't even in the kingdom yet.
Two different styles. Listen.
Lama Sabatani, the chef and fame back the Holy Ghost with the Tommy.
The pale horse behind me.
I know you see the chariots suspended all around me.
The lights and the thunder and the sound is astounding.
We in the last days. The Lord with me, tell me why I ever be afraid.
That's why I'm sharpening my blade.
It's hell in the cell, Undertaker on the cage, throwing mankind from the rafters to the stage. At the same time with his eyes in the blade.
Get a dog if you're afraid. It's written on the page in the scrolls of a sage coming from a different age. Where the last shall be first and the first shall be slaves.
Jesus, the chef in his bag again. 12 tribes finna start battling.
And that's when the bones start rattling.
And thrones start shattering. Devils on fire, that's live from the Vatican.
Quiet storm. Tonight, it's the quiet storm. Soft and warm, the quiet storm, quiet storm.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yasha Allah, Kwam Yasha Allah. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Y'all go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Shalom, Israel. Officer Kwabza Allah.
Shalom, family. Shalom, family. This is Soldier Asa Allah. Shah Shabbat.
Hey, Ashar Shabbat, family. Ashar Shabbat. We just came off of a mighty Sabbath class. Let that wash over you. We're going up a little higher in the spirit. Tonight, we're getting, y'all know it's after hours. We getting ready to get into some things tonight. We're getting ready to talk about your counterparts.
Soft and warm, the quiet storm, quiet storm.
Unrighteous gains. Y'all got some unrighteous. Are y'all gaining unrighteous friends? We're about to get into it. We're gonna get into it. Throw this feast day calendar up on here. Y'all should be receiving. Why it ain't coming up? Y'all should be receiving. Y'all. Matter of fact, can y'all hear me? I think y'all can hear me. Yeah. I think y'all can hear me. Let me get some sevens in the chat. If y'all can hear me. See. Wait a minute. Brother. Bring your tail. Don't hide your face. If you haven't sent your emails, go ahead and send your emails for your feast day calendar. SOTfeastday@gmail.com if you like a physical calendar. If you like a physical calendar. I think I sent out about maybe 12, almost 15 calendars. So y'all should be receiving that soon, very, very soon. Of course, it's going through USPS. So, what else? If y'all in the Atlanta region or in the Alabama region, y'all should have received y'all. Y'all should talk to Captain Micaiah in the general if y'all would like a physical calendar. Matter of fact, one of y'all remind me after the class to send one down to Captain Yaquab out there in Florida. Make sure y'all join our Patreon. A lot of spiritual edification on the Patreon. If y'all watch, I ain't gonna go over it again. General did that thing. Let's see what else. If y'all like to join the camp, we need brothers for the harvest. For the laborers is few, and for the laborers are few, and the harvest is plentiful. Y'all come on down and do the work. Don't matter where you are. Doesn't matter where you are. But if you're a sister and you want to do the work in a sisterly fashion, we got a place just for you, sister. Again, I want to touch on this feast day calendar. We got new moon coming up. February 16th. Almost three and a half weeks. About 3.5 weeks. We just had a new moon, right? It's a blessing for the new moons. But the next feast day, we got Destruction of Nicanor, February 28th. For Passover is April 1st. I believe we're going to do the Eventbrite again. So make sure y'all stay tapped into all of our SOT platforms to make sure you will. So as soon as we drop that link, you guys can secure your tickets. What else I want to talk about? What else? Did I miss anything? Oh, I missed y'all. I missed y'all last week. Put the aesthetics on. Don't got them for no reason. I missed y'all not last week, a couple of days ago. I missed y'all on Truth Tuesday. There was some things going on. But Lord willing, I'll be on there this following week. I know Captain Kaya and the other brothers held it down. Like I said, we got some things going on. I'm gonna throw this parental advisory warning right now. Put the kids up. Sit in your easy chair. Get you a cup of water or some strong drink. It's the Sabbath, or some wine, or whatever you may do on Shabbat. I know nowadays they having cup waters. So sit back in your easy chair. Pop your can of cup. I still haven't had no cup water yet. I think I waterfalled it at Tabernacle. Yeah, I think that was either. Was that you, Asala?
No, I didn't have one.
Okay, I think it was okay. It was one of the tall brothers. Okay, I think it was Amariah. Officer Amariah.
Hey, them things dangerous. You gotta be careful.
I still haven't really had. I just waterfalled it because I wanted to taste it. Because but and the thing about it, I looked on my bar, right? Because it smells so good in here. The smell is perforating and whatnot. It's some things in the oven right now. A little bit of beef short ribs that's been going on. I got my timer. So soon that timer go off, class is over. Hey, but anyways, I went to my bar, right? It's after hours. We chilling, right? But the elder just didn't rebuke all of us. All of us should have got somewhat a little nip, a paper cut, by that lesson. And you about to get in some more paper cuts and nips and slices and dices and oh God. So I was on my bar, right? And I was I'm bracing some short ribs, and I say, I need a bottle of wine. So I'm getting my bottle of wine, and I looked. I got a cup water. Okay, we're gonna have to do. Now wait a minute.
All right. First, it was Himalayan salt is Nephilim flesh.
Let me look at these comments. I don't got the comments up. look at
Now
this.
the Cutwaters got pork in. All right, come on now. What's all right?
Yo,
Okay,
that's
joking because pink Himalayan salt is evidently Nephilim flesh.
Hey, they said that. That's a new doctrine in the earth. Israel.
I hope that don't. Y'all remember when the chicken necks was going around crazy, talking about chicken is unclean now? If that do come up, we're just gonna go ahead and drop a quick breakdown on I think it's called halite. Halite is the type of rock that pink Himalayan salt comes from. But I really hope brothers not into that. But we could do the breakdown on that if need be, right? So, anyways, I was on my bar, right, and I seen I had a Cutwater. That thing been sitting up there for a minute. Strawberry margarita. So, you know, it's been sitting because it's like a little. It's a gift basket. It's a gift basket somebody got me. They got a whole bunch of different strawberry flavored drinks up in there. So, and I just had looked in it. The only thing I took out, it was a strawberry calypso up in there. I took that out, so I was thirsty one night and I just took that back. But I didn't look at anything else I had looked at. I said, okay, so I'm rambling. You know, I'm warming y'all up to it. I'm trying to have y'all time to put the kids down, put the kids up. You know, put the kids up. Let me throw this disclaimer up on here. I did a little something, Quabzal. I did a little something. Let me see, where is it at? You know. Disclaimer, parental advisory warning. Parents and guardians are hereby advised that this class contains mature subject matter and may be inappropriate for children. Attendance is intended solely for mature audiences and may include, but not limited to, coarse language, sexual content, and suggestive dialogue. Viewer discretion is advised. So, with that being said, I got to show y'all some things tonight. I had to edit one clip. I was going to give y'all the raw, unfiltered, just nasty and ugly, right? But I said, no. So I had to kind of edit that thing down. So the latter part of that, I got one clip to show y'all. And I had to edit that clip because it was just too much. You know? Then I got a story. I seen a clip. I seen a clip of a famous streamer. Y'all know him by Kai Connect. Or I think I'm pronouncing that brother name. I was calling him Kai Cent for many years until someone corrected me. So but anything, y'all got anything? Y'all got anything?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Kai Connect.
What I say? That's what I said.
It sounded like you said Kai Kenneth. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping.
Hey, that Levite brother. Oh, I mean, he's not Levi. I think he's Benjamin. Right. So, without further ado, what you say?
I was just gonna say, if you haven't already, tap in with, of course, you know, the general Sabbath class that was just taught before this, as well as the camp video that premiered beforehand as well. And tune in tomorrow morning. I want to say about like 11 in the morning Eastern Standard Time on the Bay Area channel for a camp video that's going to be premiering as well. Make sure you tune in with all of our platforms, and of course, just stay locked in with us, family. Man, this grind don't stop. That's why we on class tonight. Hey, prayer's already been sent up, but even still, there's more work to be done, and I'm gonna yield there.
Hey, make sure y'all share, subscribe, like the classes, like all our platforms and all our classes, the videos that we post out, because, you know, they're trying to stop this truth. And it really does help in build the channel when y'all leave a comment. Y'all be in the live board. Hey, y'all know I like that chat engagement, you know, but in the comments does help build up too. Like the brother said, I do got a camp video dropping on this channel with Captain Haran right before bar for bar, right? You know, wisdom builds a nation. We was out there this past weekend with Believers of the Way, and we just ran. It wasn't planned. That wasn't planned. We're just gonna keep New Moon with them on New Moon that Sunday evening, but we was gonna go somewhere else. But the Lord God, right? He guided our footsteps. And the brothers embraced us. They said, hey, y'all gonna come keep camp with us. And we embraced that, right? Because we was walking. We said, hey, that's BOW. Let's go stop, say Shalom, dap them up, right? And we just end up having camp with them, So y'all look out for that with video. Wisdom Builds a Nation with Captain Aharon teaching. Without further ado, unrighteous. Are you gaining unrighteous friends? Actually, somebody needs to share this in the Pillars of Rest chat, the prospect chat, because tomorrow, y'all lesson, Sirach 6 is going to be coming out this Sunday. So definitely the Pillars prospects need to be on this and or at least catching up on this. Because I will be going in to Sirach 6. But let's look at that. Hey, y'all know I'll be jamming up on here. Y'all look at the thumbnail. Right? Money is supposed to be used as a defense. Last week, we talked about the gains of the money, right? Now we're going to get the gains of your counterparts. Are these the people that you want to have around? Brothers and sisters and brothers, people of God, law-abiding citizens, right? I'm going to throw the scripture on here. Right? Give me one sec. Okay, Con, there we go. Why don't y'all read that?
Counter to one. This is the book of Sirach or Ecclesiastes, chapter 6 and verse 13. Mm-hmm. Separate thyself from thine enemies and take heed of thy friends.
Separate yourself from the people that are contrary, that want to go against you. And beware of your friends. Can we get that? You don't got to put it up on the screen. Just read it for me. Let's see who reads it better, the G&T or the Amplified. Y'all know I've been liking that Amplified, right? Make sure, again, have your affairs in order. If you want a good lineup just of a punch, just to get yourself like a real, like, you know what? Let me get up off my lazy butt and get my affairs in order. Watch that video, get the affairs in order first, right? Then go watch that video, the class, right? What the elder just did tonight, right? The grind, it don't stop, right? And then if you're having some lustful issues, go watch that video too, right? Then after you watch those 3 videos, tomorrow's the Sabbath. If you're not going out to camp, if you're not doing nothing, then go watch, lastly, ye are gods, to end it all out. That should get you in the proper mindset to continue to do this work, right? Let's see, which one reads it better, or do we need to read both?
It's like, I don't know if the
it's the G&T. It's like the G&T. Yeah, you're reading the G&T.
The G&T says, Sirach 6 and 13, it says, stay away from your enemy.
Stay away. I heard, we was on Monkey one night, right? And the sister said, there's some things. I'm pulling the clip from Monkey today. I'm pulling the clip from Monkey tonight, y'all. So y'all, get ready for that one. So we was on there talking with a sister, and the sister said, I was taught that, a lot of us was taught this, right? To keep your what's the saying? Because I don't even go by that saying no more, because I can't, I got right. Keep thy friends close and your enemies closer. Why do you want to keep your enemies around you? What? Yeah, go ahead.
I got a precept for you to answer that.
Which precept you got?
The Satan's devices.
Okay, Con, why the people getting in the building? Why the people getting in the building? Right? Hey, a warrior said, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. That is a worldly proverb. The Bible don't teach that. The Bible don't teach that. The Bible don't teach that, right? While the brother get it, let me know. You ready?
Kind
Okay, go ahead. Read that for him, Nasi.
Counter to 1. This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
and we know Satan is the adversary, right? That's another word for enemy. Keeping your enemies close, comparing it to what Paul is saying right here, lest your enemies, lest Satan can take advantage of you, right? For we are not ignorant of his devices. We are not ignorant of our enemies' devices. The same way we got to be knowledgeable of Satan and how he's going to try to take advantage of us, we got to be knowledgeable of our fleshly enemies, our carnal enemies as well, right? So that's kind of, those things kind of go hand in hand. We got to be aware of the devices and the ways that our enemies might try to attack us, right? So that's why you got to keep your enemies close, or keep your friends close and your enemies closer. You got to keep a close eye on your enemies because you got to know what they're doing, what they're trying to get into. All right, I yield with that.
Hey, Con. This is our theme scripture for this evening. This is our theme scripture. Ecclesiasticus 6 and 13. Separate thyself from thy enemies. Normally, when we go to Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, which is in the Apocrypha, right? We always go to Sirach 6 and 7, right? That's the theme of the entire chapter. But tonight, of course, we're gonna get it. We're gonna like, you know, we're gonna get it. Y'all calm down, y'all. We don't gotta rush God's word, right? We don't gotta rush it. You know, I got good time, all right? Time hasn't got, I told y'all that once the timer go off, we shutting it down. But anyways, separate thyself, distance yourself, put your enemies at bay, not keep your enemies close. And beware of your friends. We're going to demonstrate in how we're supposed to master. Adawan Ratazan, he did a class. It's called Master Thyself. I believe that was the name of the class for the new moon. Master thyself. Upon mastering thyself, you have to understand what people do you have around you. I remember I got taught this a long time ago. The people that you have around, the closest people that you have around, you tend to take some of their characteristics. You tend to take some of their characteristics, right? And you don't want to take any bad traits. You don't want to take any unrighteous characteristics, unrighteous gain, right? Part two. I see we've got some people coming in the building. Let me remind the people on what they are on. You guys are on After Hours.
Quiet storm,
All praises to the Most High God. All praise to the Most High God. Let's take it up a bit. Right? Y'all wake up. I see some precepts in the chat. I'm gonna go ahead and get some of them. You know, the people that you have around, unrighteous gains. But I want to clear some things up. Don't worry about that. Oh, I thought he said, yeah, that's him. That's him. Give me it's slipping me because I want to clear something up real quick. Because when we come to this truth, right? When we come back to keeping God's laws, some of us distance ourselves or even throw some of our friends and family members off, rewrite them off because they're not in the truth. Y'all wicked. And I can't have that around me. Give me, because I can't think of it. I can't think of the scripture that I want. I'm trying to telepathically give it to you so you can find it for me. One of y'all. Cast not. It's in Sirach. It's in Sirach.
I got you the one. I know what it is.
You know what I want. The brother knows what I want.
I got it right here.
Brother knows what I want. It's 19. I think it's a 9.
This got it right here. This is the counter to one. It's Sirach or Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and verse 10. It says, "Forsake not an old friend, for the new."
Let's put that up on the screen.
You want to pull it up?
Yeah, let's put that up on the screen. I want to clear something up before I go into it. This is, you know.
And Salaki the one.
Yeah.
Hey, and the reason I remember that precept so well is because I asked you about something along these lines shortly when I first came into the camp. Hey, tap in with Council Israel. I yield there.
Hey, Khan. Go ahead and read that. Bring that out, King.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, or Sirach chapter 9 verse 10. "Forsake not an old friend, for the new is not comparable to him. A new friend is as new wine. When it is old, thou shalt drink it with pleasure."
So the parable of this, when you got a good old bottle of wine, matter of fact, I got a bottle of wine that was sitting on my bar for like, it done moved with me. Right? To like 3-4 spots. I think that bottle's like almost 8 years old. Right? 8 years old. I don't know what year. I gotta see what year. But oh boy, when I popped that bottle open and poured it in that wine, in that good wine glass, that crystal heavy set red wine glass, y'all don't know about that. Y'all don't know about different wines and whatnot. You know, when I drink that mug, when I hold the velvet, because it's in velvet, right? It's in a blue, it's in a royal blue, right? It's in a royal blue. That bottle may get popped open this year. I don't know. That may be spiritual because it's in a royal blue, right? I'm foreshadowing right now. It's in a royal blue velvet label, right? I may bring that with me, right? You know, it's gonna be very pleasurable to drink. Some of that I'm gonna be drinking with new friends. You know, some of these brothers I don't know, you know, for the last 5 years. Some a little bit shorter. But it's like when you get around brotherhood and sincere brotherhood, it's like you know them all your life. What are you saying, Captain Shalimar? This is what I'm saying. Sometimes when you come to this truth, we end up distancing ourselves from our friends. And some of our friends, they may not have been in the truth, but what spiritual harm was they causing us? That's for you to understand. Why are you writing off your mother and your father? Why are you writing off your biological brothers and sisters, if you have them? Just because they're not in the truth. Some of y'all had that best friend that y'all been from playground days in the sandbox, what we used to call it, sandbox days. And you want to write them off because you got into the truth. Of course, you're going to lose many counterparts. You're going to lose many friends coming to this truth, right? You're going to lose many friends. But the ones that don't walk away from you, I done had some friends in this truth when I was going, my early days on in this truth, when I was going through something. And boy, I was going through something. And I just now was coming to the truth. So I really didn't have that. I was still trying to get that brothership, right? But the ones, my friends that knew that I was in the truth, knew I was a law keeper, knew that I was professing I'm a Hebrew Israelite, right? I'm keeping the Bible, right? I'm keeping the laws of the Bible. They were still stuck around me and still gave me good advice. They were still pleasurable to drink with. That's twofold. Some of them now are still pleasurable to drink with. Understand the parable that I'm using. The friends, the old friends that are not in this truth. I'm kind of moving. I'm trying to make sure y'all understand this in a way, because I don't want y'all to be weird. Don't be weird, bro. Don't be weird, sis. Ask yourself, and don't be carnal with it. Your old friends that are not in this truth or your friends, period, that are not in this truth, are they pleasurable to drink a wine with? Or, because sometimes we gain new friends, right? And we just gain an unrighteous, we just, it's unrighteous, it's not profitable. So I want to bring that out. I want to bring that up before we go into it. Right? Because I don't want to say SOT is teaching that you can't be friends with nobody unless they in the truth. No. That's wisdom from the Sirach. No, we're gonna get a little bit of we're gonna get an account. I'm gonna teach a little bit. I know it's after hours. We already had the lesson. But I'm just gonna teach a little bit on a story about Rehoboam. Some of y'all may know that story about Rehoboam. And then I'm gonna pull a couple of video. I'm gonna pull a video up. Then I'm gonna read something. And then if the spirit edifies, the spirit just edifies even more. You have something, Quabzala?
The one I was just thinking, because I'm familiar with that account. I was just like, that's a good account for this topic. So, hey, lock in, family. It's gonna get good.
Hey, Con, we're gonna be. We advancing just a little bit higher. We're advancing just a little bit higher.
God are the one.
Like I said, when you come to this truth, or you're already in this truth, right? You're a law-abiding citizen of the kingdom. You have to be wise on who you keep around you. I just said that it's okay for you to have friends that are not in this truth. I beseech you, they be of your own nation. Right? Anyways, moving forward. You still have to be careful. I'm gonna tell the story. I done told the story on Clubhouse. About the weed, right? But I tell the story a lot. One-on-one, right? So I was invited to a feast. Of the non-believers. Talking as Pauline. I was invited to the feast of the unbelievers, and I deciphered, I was bidden to go, and I went. And wasn't nothing unrighteous, I'm not a holy roller, right? Or over righteous brew. I'm not one of them anymore, right? I think some of us all a little bit over righteous coming into this truth. Didn't even want to hit that button on the microwave or even leave out your dwellings for the Shabbat. But if you feel that way, let every man be persuaded in their own mind. And I went. And there were some people I haven't seen in a long time. I had some old friends, right? And there was some friends that, I talked to on a regular because I got invited, right? So, and a group of my friends, right, or a group of us, because I didn't know everybody in that circle. They went, but they knew me though. Never mind. But so we went down the street. We walked down the street, and they said, you coming? I said, yeah, I'm coming. And you already know where this went. You already know where this is going. So we in a circle talking, and they passing that thing around. I should have lit my incense. I don't got no lighter. I try to be a little animated for y'all a bit so y'all can see, but y'all understand it. If y'all was past, dwelt in that before, so they passing that thing around, right? So if you ever see smoke in the videos, the brothers be having incense. Don't be. I had a sister. I shared one of my videos on Instagram, and she said, "You smoking?" So we in a circle, right? And they passing that blunt around. Of course, I got my garments on. Well, not my garments, but I got my fringes on, right? And they passing that blunt around. And by the time it got to me, before I could have even said anything, someone had spoke up for me. They said, "No, Theo, he don't smoke." Before I can even say anything. Then the sister asked, the brother said, you don't smoke. And the sister asked why you don't smoke. And the door was open. Because I knew how to deal with that. Right? Now you're defiling your body, this, that. No. I gave the sense behind why I don't smoke no more. My God doesn't allow me to smoke, because this, that, and the third. And I was able to go into it, and I said, y'all see these fringes? These are called fringes on the bottom of my shirt. This is to remind me to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of God. Right? So that's why y'all really haven't seen me in church anymore. That's why I really don't come around over there no more when y'all do that. You see, now the door is open, and I keep it short and sweet. Right? Let your light shine. Let's throw that up on there. Letting your light shine in darkness. That's what Paul meant about going to the feast of the non-believers. You letting your light shine, and that's something he learned from Christ, because Christ taught that. Let your light shine. So my light is shining in darkness amongst unbelievers, which are my friends. Let that wash over y'all for a minute. You got to be strong, because in that same chapter, in 1 Corinthians 8 and 10 and 9, 10, and then you go to Romans 14 and some other chapters, right? And even Christ was teaching you this, right? You got to be strong, though. I will tell you this. This is my counsel. If you easily to get persuaded, to get knocked off your square in this truth, to go back in temptation, I bid you not to be around those kinds likes of people, right? You know what people you was hanging around before you came to this truth, right? If you're tempted to hit that blunt, do not be around those friends. But if you're strong, that's something Paul taught. If you're strong, you're not going to be persuaded by the wickedness of the world, but yet your light is going to shine. But of course, with time, you don't take so much of that. Don't overexhaust yourself in that thing. For even Solomon taught, it's a time for everything. Don't always be around them. Come on now. If you're around your more wicked friends than your so-called, let me not say so-called, then your law-abiding citizen friends, your brothers and sisters, the ones that keep the law, So let's advance. Let's get 1 Kings. I'm gonna teach a little bit because I know y'all want the video. Because after I get into the folly time, I throw that disclaimer up there one more time. Because I know y'all want, we be chilling, and I got some folly for you. Oh boy, I got some folly, I know but if I do that first, if I show the clip and read the little article first, right? Y'all gonna leave up off here. The number's gonna drop, and then I'm gonna start. Then I'm gonna get the teachers. I said, let me teach this first. Then we're gonna get. Then we could have a little fun. Hey, measure the time, right? Understand that the time that you're in, right? Because sometimes, and that's spiritual. That's spiritual. Because sometimes, if you're in the middle of, if you're going through some things in your life, or whatever the case may be, or if you're reaching to a higher spiritual level in your walk, because you ought to be 1% better each and every day. And if you're on that grind mode, because sometimes we just get in that grind mode and we just block out, sometimes we deactivate our social medias, and sometimes we have our phone on do not disturb more than normal, because we in a grind mode in our Bibles, right? We in a grind mode getting our affairs in order. We really just, what am I saying? We locked in. I am streaming on Twitch. Follow me on Twitch. SOT Captain Unleashed on Twitch. So, you really just locked in, tapped in. That's not the time to be around your friends that are not in the truth. That's not the time, right? So you got to measure the time. But let's get that. Let's get 1 Kings. Where do we want to start at? 1 Kings 12. If you have your Bibles, if you turn on over with me. So 1 Kings 12, and let's see. What'd you say, Kwabsala?
We can start at verse number.
Let me see. But I don't want to read the entire account because it's really 6 through 16. I mean,
I was gonna say 6, but we can start up above just for some context.
Okay, yeah. Okay, con. Let's start. Let's start what you say. 3.
Counter to 1. This is the book of.
Start at 2.
Counter to 1. This is the book of First.
Oh, let me put up on the screen.
Counter to 1.
You know, I got my notes. I got my notes in my Bible. I got my notes in the Bible, right? Make sure y'all tap in and highlight it, right? Let me see. 1 Kings.
I got it up there. I don't know.
Oh, you put it up there? Okay, con. Yep. Okay, go ahead. Yep, start at
Chapter 12, huh?
Yeah, 1 Kings 12 and 2.
It's the book of 1 Kings, chapter 12 and verse 2. And it came to pass when Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, who was yet in Egypt, heard of it, for he was fled from the presence of King Solomon, and Jeroboam dwelt in Egypt, that they sent and called him, and Jeroboam and all the congregation of Israel came and spake unto Rehoboam, saying, Thy father made our yoke grievous. Now therefore make thou the grievous service of thy father, and his heavy yoke which he put upon us lighter, and we will serve thee.
Right. So understand. So it said, thy father made our yoke grievous. Now therefore make thou grievous service of thy father. So what's going on here, Asala? What's going on here?
The kingdom is being passed to Rehoboam, and the northern kingdom essentially is asking that Rehoboam lightens the yoke that is put upon them, and that's kind of where we're at.
Con. So, hey, what does that sound like? What class do we get off of? You got to continue to grind. The torch is being passed to you, and you're trying to make it easier. Your God is elevating you to a higher spiritual level, and you think it's going to be easier? But if you got the wrong, we're going to get into it. Continue reading.
Counter to 1. And he said unto them, Depart yet for 3 days. They come again to me, and the people departed. And King Rehoboam consulted with the old men that stood before Solomon his father while he yet lived, and said, How do ye advise that I may answer this people?
So right there, so Rehoboam is taking counsel. That's what's going on. He's looking to the generations old. He's looking to the wise men, right? Of whom his father counseled with, right? Read.
Counter 1. And they spake unto him, saying, If thou wilt be a servant unto this people this day, and wilt serve them, and answer them, and speak good words to them, then they will be thy servants forever.
So speak good words to them. What would those good words be? Those good words will be righteousness. Solomon taught the laws and statutes and commandments. Solomon was a righteous man. The leaders, when you look into the history of your forefathers in the Bible, what did they teach? Good words. Read on.
Counter to 1. Verse 8. But he forsook the counsel of the old men, which they had given him, and consulted with the young men that were grown up with him.
So sometimes, so I gotta make this. So sometimes the old men, this is a young man looking to the generations of the old, getting wisdom. He got hard-headed. A What's the word? What's the word I'm looking for? You know, a hard head make a soft ass like it. A hard head make a soft behind. I'm gonna say it like how my mama said it. A hard head make a soft behind. He didn't listen to the generations of old. He went and got counsel of senior, wiser men. And he didn't, you know what? I don't like that. I don't think my buddies, you know, sometimes on Sundays we do counsel, right? Or whenever we do counsel. And you get wisdom from people that are taller than you. It doesn't necessarily always have to be old men. I can trust Asala. Me and him's around the same age. Me and Kwazala around the same age. You know? And I could trust them with counsel. They're not old men, but they're what? They're being wise. Right? Right? It was a joke there. If y'all caught it, you caught it. You know? What am I saying? What am I saying? Just gonna reveal it. It's gonna by the time at the end of the class, I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil it. Some of y'all may already know this account, right? I just want to make that. I just want to make that clear. You know, old men, old folks, right? They don't always give great wisdom. You know, I'd have some terrible advice looking back for some older people. But I didn't understand what my duty was as a man, or what my whole duty was. What am I saying? The whole duty of man is keep the law, statutes, and commandments. Some of that advice that they gave me, it went against God's laws. And God's laws, when you get understanding of God's laws, you gain wisdom. So I didn't have the right wisdom. For the wisdom of the world is foolishness with God. So even the highest wisdom, what am I saying? The highest wisdom of the world, the highest wisdom, it can be something, oh, that's good, that's good. And God will come in with one of his prophets and confound that thing. So, moving forward. Continue reading verse 9.
Counter to one. Select it. Verse 9. And he said unto them, what counsel give ye that we may answer this people, who have spoken to me, saying, make the yoke which thy father did put upon us lighter?
Let's get a precept. Slaki, my bad, King. Asala, get me have one counselor. Find me that real quick. Have one counselor. Continue reading.
Counter to one. Verse 10. And the young men that were grown up with him spake unto him, saying, thus shalt thou speak unto this people that spake unto thee, saying, thy father made our yoke heavy, but make thou it lighter unto us. Thus shalt thou say it unto them, my little finger shall be thicker than my father's loins. And now, whereas my father did lade you with a heavy yoke, I will add to your yoke. My father hath chastised you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions.
Right. So, hey, again, that's what we stated in the beginning. They don't want all of this. They don't want it easy. I've seen some brothers, they have put some precepts in the chat earlier. I'm going to scroll up to the top and get some of those are good precepts that's going to come out a bit later. The hoary head is of a crown of glory. If it be found in the... Everybody understand? Matter of fact, what I'm going to do is, because, hey, this is biblical class. Let me get my right pen, because I don't have that precept here. I'm going to put that precept with this chapter, right? So I know some of y'all, you know, I got to do this, right? Even though I don't got that precept there. That's an excellent precept that goes along with that. When y'all teaching or whatnot, you can make that parable. But the old man in this chapter, the senior man in this chapter, they did have wisdom. They did have wisdom. Just want to make that clear. You know, you gotta know how to swing your sword. Right? Asala, you got that? Okay, go ahead.
This Iraq 6:6. Be in peace with many, nevertheless, have but one counselor of 1,000.
So Rehoboam didn't have one counselor. Because he wanted, see, we do this sometimes. Sometimes we get the righteous advice, and that righteous advice is not always really the easiest way. It's not too easy. It's not too comfortable. So we end up gaining many counselors of others, and we tend to pick, okay, because I got itching ears. I want itching ears, so I'm trying to figure out whoever going to side with me. Whoever says it's the best. You know what I want to do. This is what I want to do. No, I don't want to do that. Right? We had 11. Asala.
Counter one. Verse number 12.
Mm-hmm.
So Jeroboam and all the people came to Rehoboam in the third day, as the king had appointed, saying, "Come to me again the third day." And the king answered the people roughly, and forsook the old men's counsel that they gave him.
Read.
And spake to them after the counsel of the young men, saying, My father made your yoke heavy, and I will add to your yoke. My father also chastised you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions.
Right. Read. So he just repeated it. He got counsel, right? Because we just read that up, right? So he just repeating it to the people now. Read.
Wherefore the king hearkeneth not unto the people, for the cause was from the Lord, that he might perform his saying, which the Lord spake by Ahijah the Shilonite unto Jeroboam the son of Nebat. So when all Israel saw that the king hearkened not unto them, the people answered, saying, who answered the king, saying,
Slack it. Let's jump. I mean, it's after hours. That slack it. See, that kept my Haran spirit that came upon me. I'm gonna start really going in. You know, because now I got some precepts here. Now I was getting ready just to teach this, but we chilling. It's after hours. It's after hours. Continue reading, King. Continue reading.
Counter to one.
But Solomon did hand the kingdom over to Rehoboam at this time. Right. So go ahead and read.
Counter to one. So when all Israel saw that the king hearkened not unto them, the people answered the king, saying, What portion have we in David? Neither have we inheritance in the son of Jesse. See your tents, O Israel. Now see to thine own house, David. Slakia. Now see to thine own house, David. So Israel departed to their own tents.
Read on. Well, actually, that's enough on that. That's enough on that. You can take that off the screen. So, to put all this in a nutshell, Rehoboam, he became a god to the people. He got the kingdom, rulership. He's the leader of the people. He got good advice, and he didn't listen. He forsook that thing. He pulled at the shoulder. The seeing men, they piped, but Rehoboam didn't dance. But yet he listened to his counterparts because he wanted something easy. He wanted something that felt good. He got in the way of his own self. The spiritual. Go not in a way wherein thou mayest fall, and stumble not amongst the stones. That's Ecclesiasticus 32:20. That's another good precept to put here, because that's exactly what happened. He took counsel of his, because that's what he really did. He took counsel of his own self to see, let me see it. I don't like what them senior men is saying, and I'm gonna go over there with them. What are they saying? You know what? I like this. He got bad counsel. He ignored the wisdom from the elders and listened to his friends, the unrighteous gains. And look what happened. He lost the kingdom. If you finish written down, he ended up losing the kingdom. Lost it. Don't lose your leadership in this thing. Don't lose your godship. Don't fall out the truth. We can really just bam right there, right? We don't want to be after hours with our little folly, you know. But don't lose your sense of who you are when you came to this truth, because you were still hanging around some unrighteous friends. Or sometimes you will get friends that are in this truth. Oh boy, that's a whole nother lesson. You will get unwise counsel from folks that are in this truth. We're gonna get into it. It's all attached. Y'all see, it's all attached. Because now I gotta teach that as we advance. Before we advance, I saw one of y'all. Y'all got anything to say on this chapter? I know y'all do.
Counter to one. I wanted to add a quick precept. Sirach chapter 6 and verse Sirach 6 and verse number 16. But also I wanted to add on to that point, because of course you going into like rulership and whatnot, and not losing that kingdom in like manner to which of course Rehoboam he did, or Slacket, in which Jeroboam he did, right? No, it was Rehoboam. I'm tripping.
Rehoboam,
yeah. But concerning, of course, that point, like the Lord, he's given, of course, that parable of the talents, right? And of course, you using those different things. And guess what? The Lord said, have thou dominion over these cities, right? You losing that, because that's what the kingdom is. You losing that, of course, over those itching ears. You got to understand what it is that, of course, that purpose of counsel is. Read what you got.
You want that Sirach 6?
Yeah.
The Sirach 6 and 16. A faithful friend is the medicine of life, and they that fear the Lord shall find him.
So a faithful friend is like the medicine of life. You got to consider that, because what does medicine do? I mean, it may not always be exactly what it is that you want. It may not exactly always be like you may want. As a matter of fact, I think we said that to a sister. Then I don't know if you remember that when it was on Monkey, I brought up this exact point. I said something about a cheeseburger, and then next thing you know, her mic just went out. No, but the thing is, you may want a dang cheeseburger with a milkshake, but it's going to jam you up. But really, that medicine is what it's going to be. That's, of course, going to help you to get to where you're back to health. That counsel that he needed to keep the kingdom and, of course, to reign over Israel faithfully was what the elder man said. Although it was tough to swallow, man. Right? I got it. Oh, my God. Pause.
What happened? Asala being Asala. Continue.
He ain't say nothing. He ain't say nothing. I just seen his face.
I've been on mute this whole time.
He said on mute.
Hey,
he said it.
I'll be going back. I'll be watching. I'll be doing some things. I'll be missing. And I'll go back. I said, look at this brother.
That's
go ahead, kid.
That's on me.
Have fun on here.
But understand, because a lesson like what the general just taught, hey, that may be a tough pill to swallow for a lot of people, man. That may be a tough thing to deal with, man. That may be like, yo, you got to apply your mind to that. But of course, that smooth counsel, it's always going to be 2 and 2. It's always going to be 1 and 1. I want to say Proverbs chapter 9 tells you wisdom has her table, it has her feast built. And of course, foolishness is called in the same exact way. It's always 2 that's going to be speaking to you, man. So you got to ask yourself, which one are you going to listen to? I got a Patreon lesson I'm going to do on that topic. But I yield there.
You know, sometimes back in the cartoons, they had the devil on this shoulder and the angel on this shoulder. You know, choose righteousness. Don't be operating. Sometimes this one needs to happen. When y'all getting ready to go off, that spirit ought to be saying this.
Wrong spirit. You're operating. Yes! You operated in the wrong spirit.
That's what needs to be hot. That's what you ought to just hear that. Because sometimes we just want to go off. and I mean in both. Sometimes go off. You know what I mean? When we say the shoes, oh, that brother, we just going off. And sometimes we just want to go off at the mouth. But you operating, sometimes we start operating in the wrong spirit. You got to hear that. I done planted that. Let me get that one more time. Let me put that in y'all. Let me get y'all that image, that sound bite one more time. Because this is going to help you. You know, it's a little bit of folly, but hey, it helps me.
Wrong spirit, wrong spirit, wrong spirit. You're operating. Yes, sir. You're operating in the wrong spirit. Wrong.
After you get wise counsel, after you get wise advice from men that are taller or sisters that are taller than you, right? I like to use that. And you start seeking other things, your other counterparts, you are operating in the wrong spirit. Because I'll do a great impression of that. You want to do that for me, King?
I don't.
Con. Let's I'm gonna throw this disclaimer up on here. One more time. Asal, you got anything you want to say about that chapter?
Nah.
A little bit, because now we're just gonna go off. Because now y'all got to catch this wisdom. Now
Nah, I didn't grab any precepts off of that. I was grabbing the other one clubs all precept. Nah, I don't really got anything on that.
All right. I'm gonna throw this precept out here. This disclaimer out here one more time, and we're going on the deep end. Disclaimer: parental advisory warning. Parents and guardians are hereby advised that this class contains mature subject matter and may be inappropriate for children. Attendance is intended solely for mature audiences and may include, but not limited to, coarse language, sexual content, and suggestive dialogue. Viewer discretion is advised.
Soft and warm, the quiet storm.
Let's get into it. A little commercial break on y'all, right? So, where'd the clip go? Oh, here it go. Let me pause. I kind of changed the music up, but I actually want y'all to hear this. Let me pause that. All right. So I pulled this clip from Monkey. And I already get out the advisory is strong, coarse language, and everything on there that I said in the disclaimer is getting ready to happen on this video. So y'all should know how to monkey at work if y'all watch Let's Go Fishing, or if y'all been following me on Twitch, right? So a brother came on there and started rebuking two sisters.
You're a bad friend. You use her. Hold on. Let me break it down. You use her to make yourself look better so you can get all the boys, because they ain't have no other option. It's two options. You're a fat the skinny pretty girl. No, we're not doing that. Be a good friend. Take her to the gym. Shut up. Take her to the gym. Make her lose weight, and I bet you she pulls more niggas than you. Facts. Now listen, you, the big girl, stop letting her use you. She's using you to make herself look better. That's what women do. They're fucking deep like that. Yeah, I know you're looking at her like, yeah, don't skip me. Don't skip me. Let me fucking talk. Lose some weight, you'll probably get
Y'all stop laughing. This is a serious matter. Take heed of your friends. Do I need to play that again? Chat, y'all want me to play that one more time so y'all can understand what's going on? The brother got on there. He uses wisdom, right? And y'all see this a lot. All right? Let me see. Let's see who I'm gonna pick. Asala, speak on that video. Teach that
I
real quick.
mean,
I'm passing the baton to you.
I mean, it's first and foremost, it's Stacks. Stacks is gonna keep it a stack.
Hey, that's
Yeah, I
Stacks.
mean,
That's his name. That's the
yeah,
brother's name, right?
not Stacks, man. That's a crazy guy. But I mean, yeah, I mean, it's two ways you can look at it. You can look at it and go with the mindset that Stacks was going with, where it's some competition going on, and that like that first precept we read, you gotta keep an eye on your friends as well, right? And make sure they're in the right spirit and they're moving in the right spirit. They're not using you, so on and so forth. And then you can also look at it from the angle of you got your friend here and somebody's trying to cause division between you and your friends. You know, there's two different perspectives that you can kind of look at that from. And I think those are both things that you know we can learn from. You can learn from, you know, not allowing detractors to get in between brethren or sisters or family in general, right? And then you can also learn from the aspect of, you know, like looking at your relationships, at your friendships objectively, and whether or not, you know, these relationships, these friendships are mutually beneficial, things of that nature, right? Making sure that your friends are doing right by you and you're doing right by your friends as well. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I got from it. I think there's two ways that you can look at it. I wasn't sure which angle you were coming with. I know we just played that.
We could do both. That's why we have to go from both angles. Of course, I was a little bit heavier on the other angle though, but you do have to see. But before we actually pull this preset, I want to say this for a little bit later, but I'm gonna get it now. I'm gonna get it now. All right, y'all know a precept based off what I Solomon said. Ecclesiastes 6 and 7. If thou wouldest gettest a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. You have to establish truth in individuals that you gain around you, because what's the title of this class? Unrighteous gains. You have to establish truth on individuals that come around you. This goes for across the board, whether from platonic friendships, any kind of relationships, you courting, and so on. You got to establish truth in those individuals first. Understand what they about. And don't be too quick to say, that's my brother, that's my sister, that's my girl, that's my boy. Because at the end, you're going to get burnt if you don't know what they are really about. Y'all got anything?
A slugged one.
Right. It's like if you love your friend, you want them at their best, right? Asala said about competition, right? Y'all shouldn't be in competition, but y'all should be wanting the best for each other. The general said on his class back in the day, they used to be, we could different jobs and whatnot. That's righteous. Hey, that's righteous, right? They battling for different jobs and they getting them jobs, but they want what's best for their brother. That's what they wanted. And then when they gathered up at the latter day of the week, they was able to kick it together because they can do that. And they was able to glory up in that thing. Go ahead, Kwabzala.
I also wanted to add as well how that point even goes. I want to say like into like Sirach 37, how even like who you receiving counsel from, hey, that point also got to be proved as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like what need doth he have concerning giving this advice? Like, and of course, that can go into many folds concerning, of course, who you're around, that unrighteous gain. Is it adding onto you, or is it pretty much just like is it what is it bringing or adding to your life, right? I want to say that entire chapter goes into that. Sirach chapter 37, verse 12, but it ultimately boils down to, of course, having what? That godly relationship and seeking that, right? In verse 12. And I yield there.
Okay, Khan. Kwazala, you read this, now Sala, break it down.
Counter to one. This is Sirach chapter 6 and verse 9. And there's a friend who, being turned to enmity and strife, will discover thy reproach.
Oh, you're on mute, King.
I was pulling it up in the GNT as well.
Hey, Khan, I was just going to say, yeah, pull that up in the GNT. Let's put that one on the screen. You know, let's make it clear, because this is a good precept that goes along with this. But don't read 10.
Six. Don't read 10.
Yeah. I'm gonna save 10 for later.
It said, okay, so in the GNT it says, others will fall out with you over some argument and then embarrass you by letting everyone know about it. Yeah, I mean that's a bit of a more plain reading than the KJV. Can we pull this one back up? So it says, and there is a friend who, being turned to enmity and strife, will discover your reproach. So yeah, I mean, enmity, strife, debates, things of that nature, you know, stuff that we're seeing in the community right now. There's friends that will flip over little stuff like that, man. And that's why you have to try a friend. You have to approve a friend before you're hasty to credit them, because some people you might call them your friend, but in that day of trouble, and it talks about it in this chapter. I think it expounds on it in verse 10. That might be what the outer one is holding out on. But there's some people who, you know, they might portray themselves as a friend, but when it comes to them, those tough times, you know, they're going to turn away right away. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's important to do that vetting, man. You can't just let anybody around you. I yield with that.
Hey, Khan, give me Psalms 55 and 12. This got put in the chat earlier. Psalms 55 and 12. Right? You know, if there was any kind of truth, I'm going to say this. If there was any kind of truth into what the brother was saying, they're going to take that and they're going to grow from it, and they're going to understand that counsel, right? There was a little bit of harsh counsel. But if there was no truth into anything that the brother was saying, if they got a strong friendship, if they have already established truth in the individual, they're not going to let those things shake them. Because there are people like that. So I talked about that. We can get it. We are going to get it. We're going to get it later. I'll read that for me.
This Psalm chapter 55, verse 12. For it was not an enemy that reproached me. Then I could have borne it. Neither was it he that hated me that did magnify himself against me. Then I would have hid myself from him. But it was thou, a man mine equal, my guide and mine acquaintance.
So like I'm looking at something real quick. Let me see how this reads. So like one of y'all say something. One of y'all say something for me.
Hey, I mean, this next verse, it says, we took sweet counsel together and walked unto the house of God. All right, so hey, like the brother put in the chat, man. Sometimes your friend can't be your counselor. You got to take heed to who you're taking counsel from. Right? You can't just take counsel from anyone and everyone. Right? You got a precept for that? I know you got a precept for that.
For verse 14?
No, just like
You can't take notes from everybody.
yeah.
Yeah, I got a preset for that. Let me get Sirach chapter 37 real quick. But even onto this point, man, it'd be the people that be closest to you that could actually hurt you the most, man. Right? That's of course why even like that kind of heat has to be given to, you know, the people that surround you, the people that's within your circle, right? Of course, I say not only just for your own good, but I say just for the betterment of all of us as a nation, so that we could all get to that next level, man. Let me get Sirach chapter 37 in verse number 8. As a matter of fact, start at verse 7. This entire chapter just go into it all, man. It just covers every last point of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's Sirach 37:7. Every counselor extolleth counsel, but there is some that counseleth for himself.
So every counselor extolleth counsel, but there is some that extolleth counseleth for himself, right? Hey, it's like Elon says, some people counsel you to use you as a crash dummy. As a matter of fact, the chapter actually say that. Continue to read. What was it?
Verse 8. Verse 8. Beware of a counselor, and know before what need he hath, for he will counsel for himself, lest he cast the lot upon you.
Lest he cast a lot upon you, meaning he take a chance, right? Man, you hear the instruction and the wisdom from like the general Yahweh, and of course the powerful lesson in the Sabbath class, and you hear, of course, the counsel that you may receive if you counsel with us at SOT, man, and you hear, of course, coming out of thus saith the Most High God, man. It's not just just to big up our camp or anything like that, but it's to actually help you, right? Like a lesson like that isn't to puff up or to bring up SOT, man. People don't like the truth, right? Shoot, telling the truth make people enemies. So lessons like that, it's not to take a chance on you, but it's more so telling you or trying to bring you back to reality, man. Like that one song. Continue to read.
Right.
I don't know if y'all know that song.
Back to reality.
I was surprised this brother know that song.
I'm not talking about Eminem.
Yeah.
Come on, brother.
I could be talking about this. It's two songs. It's double to that, which is you see that? Read verse 9.
Verse 9. And say unto thee, thy way is good, and afterward he stand on the other side to see what shall befall thee.
And say thy way is good, man. Sometimes your friend can say, well, your way is good, man. Right? See, Judah the agape, he know. But understand that
soul to soul. If you know, you know, soul to soul.
I see. I understand it, man.
And say unto thee, thy way is good, and afterward he stand on the other side to see what shall befall thee. Right? Taking a chance with, again, our lives here, man. But of course, sometimes, again, like the brother was going into, sometimes your friend can be a counselor. They may be bashful with you. They may be too pillowy, right?
Right.
Whereas, of course, you speak to a brother and whatnot, man, they're going to tell you the truth. They're going to tell you, again, what you need to hear, that medicine of life, man, that's going to help you to be healed through the spirit, right? That's going to help you to get back up and get back in the game and set you back up on your feet to walk again, right? And of course, that's what we need more than everything now. That's the reason why, of course, that our people don't like hearing brothers go out on the streets no more, man. Why they can't stand the fact that we on alive with fringes on our shirts, man, teaching the Bible, saying that we got to keep the commandments and faith in Yahweh, because, again, our people love hearing these smooth things, but you got to take a heed to even yourself to make sure that you're not drawing those kind of people to you, those yes men. Because why is that? It's just like Sirach said in chapter 6 and verse 17, where we picked off of, or we left off of right back before, concerning that breath of life, or it's like concerning that medicine of life, is that he that feareth the Lord will direct his friendship aright, right? Don't just tell me what you think, what you think I want to hear. Tell me the God's honest truth, right? So, hey, I'm going to yield there. Judah D. Agape getting on me in the chat.
Hey, go to Sirach 6 and 8.
Counter to 1.
Let's go ahead and start breaking this down. Let's start breaking down Sirach 6 a little bit.
Counter to 1. This is the book of Sirach or Ecclesiastes chapter 6 and verse 8. For some man is a friend for his own occasion and will not abide in the day of thy trouble.
So some folks that you have around you, they only going to be there for their own self. That's it. They not, but when you really need that friend, yo, I done have friends, so-called friends. We got stories for days, right?
Right.
About how friends has abandoned us. The one that you love the most, right? Walked out on you. At your most lowest point in life. That one friend that you really could call on, that seemed to be there to really help him build you up. But when sugar, honey, iced tea hit that fan, they was up out of here. I'm talking about the one who loved you the most. Oh boy. Read on.
Counter to 1.
Actually, jump down. We read that already. Jump down to 10.
Verse number 10. Again, some friend is a companion at the table.
They only want to eat. They only want to eat what you got. Whatever you bring into the table, whatever good words or money, let me tell you this. People will drain you dry if you let them. And they constantly sitting there at the table with you. You constantly giving them wisdom. You constantly giving them advice. But when you need a word or something, like nothing for you. Or, hey, I could swing it this way. They eating. They just eating. Hey, you got a couple of dollars? You got a couple of dollars? I ain't about to do that. The general did that class. But every time you go out to eat, you open up your pocket. Why I got to open up my pocket? Talking about, when you going to tell me to put my card up? I want to put my card up sometimes. And this is something else. Brothers don't got no kind of, let me put a, it's like it. When we was reading that last precept, something hit me. And I started looking at something when we went to Psalms 55. So it brought me to a whole nother place that I got to bring out now. But brothers and sisters, y'all don't got no kind, especially the younger generation, y'all don't got no kind of formal etiquette, no dining etiquette, right? When y'all go out to eat or something, and the people, and whoever you were with, and they pay for it, you know, and let me tell y'all this. When y'all go out to eat, I understand it. I understand we in the day of cashless. You know, I may be a little bit too old school. Have you a little cash in your pocket? Always care. You know, my grandfather, you know, I understand it. But have you a little cash in your pocket, right? Because if somebody pays for y'all food, leave the tip. Leave the tip. Right? Y'all understand that thing. But every time, I just want to throw that little dining etiquette right there. But then again, you go out, I understand, because you got some people, you know, that just, you know, they don't mind that. And the people that don't mind that, you know, I pray that y'all spiritually built and understand that and know that the people around you, they don't take advantage of you. Because there are some people that are like that and they're not going to take advantage of you. But we going to tell me to put my card up. Every time we be going out to eat, we be going out to the store, we be doing this, that, and the third all the time for years. And you ain't telling me to put my card up. I'm the constantly swiping. Right? I know Big Daddy got the pockets, but hey, slack it. Continue reading.
Counter to 1. Again, some friend is a companion at the table and will not continue in the day of thy affliction.
Right there, Proverbs 17 in the Dewey Rhymes. A friend loveth, a friend loveth at all times, and a brother is born in adversity. When you really going through something, a brother is really, and you find out who's really going to be there for you. The one person or the few people that thought or that you wanted to really be there for you, the Lord will move them out the way and show you this is who you really need to be by. I had a sister, right? I had a friend. Well, I'm gonna put this. It was a sister. She is a friend now, but I got to give you how we became friends, right? It was a sister. We went to high school together. We knew each other, but we wasn't like kicking it like that. We just, we was on speaking terms or whatnot. We wasn't a stranger towards one another. I could say that, right? And it was one time, right? I gotta throw this back. If I can remember it. It was I can't remember it, like I kind of almost remember it like it was yesterday. But I wasn't what am I missing? What y'all talking about? I saw be trying to hide his face. What am I missing?
I didn't drop myself down. That wasn't me.
So, anyways, I'm trying to remember this account. I'm trying to remember because it was back when I was in high school, and I'm gonna say I was a messy individual. I don't know what these brothers laughing about. I was a messy individual, right? And I got myself in a pickle, right? And I was a messy individual with some other messy individuals, right? And the circumstance had turned in everything that I got myself in some, I was in some hot water. I'm gonna say that I was in some hot water, and I had a friend. Well, the sister that I was friends with, her best friend is the one I got really in trouble with. And at the end of that conversation, that sister never changed the way up that she looked at me, right? She was still being a friend. Mind you, this is not really, we're not too close, but the person I got in trouble with was her best friend, right? Y'all can say, well, maybe she's just being fake. No. So a couple of years later, right, we end up graduating. And I remember that for all time. I have to be, because that's really an uncensored, that's beyond after hours of what I really want to tell. I just have to give you the gist of it, of all went down. I may tell these brothers what went down, but as I said, it was just messy and unrighteous and all but folly. But come to a feast day, we could chop up about that time. But anyways, a couple of years later, right, the sister got incarcerated. Mind you, me and that sister wasn't too close, but I'll never forget it. Her so-called best friend abandoned her. Her friends, she's incarcerated. She was hanging around. She was hanging around with the wrong folks. Wrong time, wrong place. Did not follow Sirach 6. Of course, we did. The young ones that are in high school and learning this Bible and getting this wisdom, this will block you from those kind of situations, right? Even y'all young ones, right? Because this was a little bit after high school, right? She got herself incarcerated because she wasn't approving the people around her. Didn't do anything. And she got herself locked up in a pen for about 6 years over a dummy decision. 6, I ain't talking about county. I'm talking about the pen for 6 years, right? I know some brothers and sisters, I did 10. I don't want to do 1. Anyways, right? I don't even want to be a bad. It's like that's for a later time about my encounters, right? So, and my spirit was persuaded to go see that sister. No, nothing. You know, me and that sister, we never hung out. No, nothing. No, nothing. We just knew each other. But I was persuaded to go see her. And she was shocked. Later on down the line, she told me that she was shocked. And during her time, through those last 5 to 6 years of her being incarcerated, I became real close with her. And not trying to, because you know how Jake get. I wasn't trying to go there. No, for real. Wasn't trying to go there with her. Right? But she was a pretty decent looking sister. But during that time, I got close with her. I got close with her family. I established truth in that individual. And then when she got out, hey, I was still there with her. And that old wine bottle is still here today.
All praise to the Most High.
That old wine bottle is still over 10 years later. That old wine bottle. Oh, shoot. Boy. Anyways, just kind of think about that. You know, I'm starting to reminisce, you know, going down memory lane, because that was some times, you know. But like I said, I'll tell y'all that to show, even though she's not in, which loops me back around to the beginning of this lesson. Yeah, she may have gave me some bad wisdom before, bad counsel before, but that time I became in the truth, right? I was in the truth by the time she got out the pen, and well, almost I was coming into the truth, right? And I was able to decipher those things, and I was able to correct her, right? But all come to say that one particular best friend, she was nowhere to be found for all 5 of them years. Nowhere, no letter, no phone call. The best friend knew her family, very close with the family. No type of communication at all. Left her high and dry. So again, some friend is a companion at the table, and will not continue in the day of affliction. Read on.
Counter to 1. Verse number 11. But in thy prosperity, he will be as thyself, and will be bold over thy servants.
Read on.
If thou be brought low, he will be against thee, and will hide himself from thy face.
So basically, just what, if you're being brought to a lower state, they hide themselves from thee. That's all that's saying. Oh, she going through it, so I don't want to hear all of that. You know, it's to be honest, it's really levels into this thing, because you shouldn't always be in complaining or venting, because sometimes it becomes too much on your friend, because you got to be strong, right? It's really levels. That's really a lesson by itself, right? But that comes with communication and understanding on who you really vent with. Understand who you're venting with. Understand if that brother or sister can take your words or what you're venting on, because some of that stuff be heavy, right? And then you got to measure the times, because if you always venting over the same 3 things, come on now. But then sometimes we get into this place where you constantly having a conversation with yourself, and it takes you 2 weeks to recover from. Read on.
Counter to 1. Verse 13. Separate thyself from thine enemies.
Understand who your enemies are. Some of your enemies is of your own people. Some of your enemies just may be a couple of your friends. They want to see how you do it, right? No, you go over there and do it. I remember, I got to tell a story again. To be honest, I got stories for days. I guess, you know what? I guess when I get in my latter age, when I get up there with, hey, Captain Warrior, I got it, because you the flash, you didn't send me a message here, so I kind of got to get at you now. When I grow up to be like Warrior, right? I know I'm going to have stories for days, because I'll be having stories for days now. You know, if y'all see Captain Micaiah, shout out to Captain Micaiah. He out there in the upper part of Florida, right? Doing the work. y'all see him at a feast day, y'all go sit down with that elder there. He got some stories to tell you. You know, I ain't gonna tell that story. I ain't gonna tell that story. What I was getting ready to go into, but just for the sake of time, we're wrapping up. We almost at the 2-hour mark, right? But anyway, separate yourself from your enemies, some of your friends, even some of your family members. But you got to decipher these things. That's why I brought out in the beginning. Use wisdom. Establish truth. Sometimes you got to reestablish truth into your family members. You know, I don't want to go down the Tyler Perry play with the family members, but sometimes it just do be like that sometimes. That's a lesson for a whole nother time. Right? But then that taking heed of thy friends, you constantly got to prove your friends. Helping your friends up. Building your friends up. Make sure, and whatever you're pouring into them, they're pouring that right back into you. I ain't got no crab in the barrel mentality. Because y'all should be, I'm going to say this. If you're the smartest, this some worldly wisdom I got a long time ago. If you're the smartest friend in your friend group, readjust it. Readjust that thing. If you're the smartest friend, because who you learning from? Like I said in the beginning, some of your closest friends, your 2 counterparts, the ones that you're always by, you sometimes just unknowingly, you take on their characteristics. And if you're the most wisest, smartest friend out your group, you may need to readjust that thing. Right? It's okay if y'all on the same level. If y'all on the same level, hey, y'all good. But if you up here and they all the way down here, nah, got kind of. I'll suggest, of course, upon counsel, right? Because this is just general. I'm just talking in general. You may need to go let them be over there with them. You may not need to always be around. But continue reading. Because now you got to take heed of the people that are around about you. This is also because this is not about friendship. It's about courtship too. It goes hand in hand. You can't use one. This is talk about all kinds of relationship. Read that.
Counter to one. Verse 14. A faithful friend is a strong defense.
A faithful friend is a strong defense. What is a defense, Asala?
A defense is something that can defend you, something that can keep you safe, and fend off from threats. A faithful friend, speaking on what was spoken on before earlier in the chapter, a faithful friend is going to be there for you, with you. It's going to tarry with you in a time of adversity. Right? That's a defense. That's shielding you from bad things. That's what it is. But the same way Solomon said that money is a defense, right? Money can shield you from bad things coming to you, right? Powers, like spiritual, whether it's spiritual powers, whether it's physical powers, right?
Hey, Khan, a faithful friend is that strong defense to help you up, to block the woes of the world.
It's a lucky one.
Uh-huh.
To protect you in a case that you may not be all the way there, right? Even the scripture says, that will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry. Go into that old word, the etymology of that word, if you were to ever lose your way, right? That's going to build you up, restore you in a spirit of meekness, right? Hey, that's a strong defense right there. And you found a treasure when it comes to that. And I yield there.
Community. Okay, Khan, go ahead.
No, you can make your point. I just have a precept to pull after.
Okay, Khan. No, go ahead, pull your precept now because something just hit me. I got real quick story. Real quick story. And it just linked up to what the general brought out a few months ago about what I'm about to say. Okay, I'll read this for you. Ecclesiastes 12:8. A friend cannot be known in prosperity, and an enemy cannot be hidden in adversity.
So going back to that Sirach 6, I think it was verse 8. Some man is a friend for his own occasion and will not abide in the day of trouble. Right, going back to that, some people, man, you can't know a friend when you're at the top, because, bro, everything's cool when you're at the top. When you got the money, when you got the status, when you got, the luxury, so on and so forth. Of course, you're gonna have people that are gonna want to be around you and take part in whatever it is that you're doing. But when you're going through that adversity, that's when a friend is truly gonna show, and the same vice versa, right? An enemy, you gonna know your enemies while you're in prosperity, because they're gonna be hating on you. They not gonna be with you, right? But in your adversity, that enemy can't be hidden, right?
Hey, Con.
But I yield with that.
Hey, Con. Harold Melvin in the Blue Notes. Y'all don't know who them people are. They got a song. They got a song, right? One of y'all remind me UPS driver, because that's gonna link me back to community. What was it? Community purpose. I'm gonna say that's gonna remind me UPS after I make this point. Harold Melvin in the Blue Notes have a song called, it's named "Where Are All My Friends." I can't play it for copyright purposes, but I would suggest you go listen to that. When you're at the top, this is a perfect precept to go with that. I'm gonna read this. The brother said, used to have a lot of fancy clothes, drive a big white Cadillac, them fancy cars. Not knowing all the time I had these things, my friends were stabbing me straight in my back. Even had a house then out there in Beverly Hills. I was moving so fast, y'all. I didn't even have the time to worry about paying my bills. What? The brothers at the top. But something started changing. My life started rearranging. Now I'm all alone. All the friends I wanted, I don't have them anymore. So somebody tell me, where are my friends? I can't find nobody. Used to take my friends out everywhere I went, but I used to tell them, y'all ain't got to spend a red cent. Y'all don't know what a red cent is. Quasar, you know what a red cent is?
I got an idea, but I can't. I don't got the breakdown on that. I don't want to.
He used to tell them you didn't have to spend a red cent. Brothers. If you did have two dimes to rub, two nickels to rub together, you all right, right? A red cent is just a penny, right? I think it's kind of self-explanatory. A red cent, he meant a penny, right? Because I used to have lots of money. Right, this is go back to what I ain't gonna break. Y'all been following along. I had them big old stacks. I used to lend them my clothes. Right, some of y'all brothers and sisters, y'all they wearing your clothes right now, right? And you lended it to them. I ain't gonna go into that spiel. Now, but they never ever brought them back. They never. Hey, you didn't lend it out, but they never brought them back. Now I don't have nothing. So now you're at a lower state. You don't got nothing. Where are all your friends? Don't even have a home. I ain't got no place to lay my head. All those people that was around, you mean you can't call not one of them to help you out? Wish somebody would help me, because I need a loan. Yeah, where are all my friends? I'm looking all over. I'm looking for the friends I used to call my very own. I need somebody right now. the Jones Girls, not Escape, but the Jones Girls, they had a song called "Who Can I Run To?" And a gospel artist changed that around and said, "I can run to the Lord." Right? Who can I run? Who can you run to? Who can you really run to? Where are all my friends? I can't find a father or mother. Let that wash over you. Think about that. I remember the time I used to be walking up and down the streets, and I remember you and you and you and you and you. I remember when we used to say that, trying to get me to spare a dime. And I used to come out of the bottom of my heart. You was a sincere friend for real, because I thought you were a friend of mine. But it seems that you didn't even give a damn about me. But now I'm down and out and I need a friend. Who can you run to? Someone say, I can run to the Lord. Someone say, who can you run to? And then put, I can run to the Lord. Right? Because it's, now let's continue, finish reading that. The reason why I said that, because verse, where we at in Sirach?
Select it one. I want to say verse 15.
Okay, go ahead and read that.
Counter to one. This is Sirach chapter 6 and verse 15. Nothing doeth countervail a faithful friend, and his excellency is invaluable.
Right, read.
A faithful friend is the medicine of life.
A faithful friend. Who can I run to? You can run to the Lord, because the Lord is going to establish and give you good brothers and sisters that will be a good friend. A good friend is a medicine to life. When you want to go left, you can take a little medicine. When you're down a little bit, you can take a little medicine. Right? But when you're fearing Yahweh, how do you fear the Lord? By doing what is required of you. That's keeping his laws. There, he's going to give you he's going to give you the people that he will want you to be around. Then for the brothers and sisters, that's oh, where's my so-and-so? Where's my rib? Where's my Boaz? Where's my Ruth? Right? Continues on striving, and the Lord's going to place those people right there at the right time. Right? Continue reading.
Counter to one. A faithful friend is a medicine of life, and they that fear the Lord shall find him. Whoso feareth the Lord shall direct his friendship aright.
Who shall fear? Read.
For as he is, so shall his neighbor be also.
And that's why I said about those people that now makes sense now. I said the people that you hang around, you kind of take some of them characteristics around them. A worldly proverb will be birds together, flock together. Y'all know how a saying goes, right? But I want to say this. Community purpose, right? Of course, prayer, right? But I want to get there. Community purpose, living and working together with shared values, vision, and a responsibility while walking in divine calling with the clarity and strength. Let me give y'all an example of that. And you don't need to understand the truth to have community a purpose. It just brings you to a whole nother higher level. So, UPS, back not a long time ago, but like around 2017, right? Before I came to the truth, I had a bad attitude. You know, I was a public worker. And this Uber driver, I'm driving the trolley, right? I'm in San Francisco, I'm driving the trolley. And in the trolley, you're connected on wires. I can't go nowhere. Right, I can't get around nothing, you know. So, and this Uber driver for like 10 blocks, he's in my faithful way, and I'm getting peeved. I'm getting peeved because you making me miss every light. I'm in San Francisco, like, yo, I'm trying to operate. I'm getting madder and madder and madder. And he ended up stopping at this little hospital-like thing. And I said, oh, I got him. I said, oh, I got him. And I ended up hopping off the trolley. I got people on board. And I'm about to get him in his neck. I'm at work. What are you doing, Shalom? What are you doing, Theo? I wasn't Shalimah, even though my name was Shalimah back then, this Solomon, but you understand that. But I'm like, I hopped off the thing and I'm about to get him. And I was always pro to people because this was a heathen, right? A Moabite at that. I always had issues with Moabites. Most High, I got to do right because give me the neck of the Moabites. Anyways, and I got in that Moabite. Oh, I was this close, and and he tried back at me, and and I'm getting ready. Then all of a sudden, I felt the hand of the Lord.
Grabbed you up like Habakkuk, huh?
It was a UPS driver, a brother that didn't know. He see me, got out of his truck, and was pulling me back. Talking about, brother, don't do it. It ain't worth it. A brother of my own. Didn't even know the brother. Anyways. But that was that community purpose. The right time, the right place. Because if I could have lost my job that day. Right? And that's our time. No, Slakia.
See that?
Slakia. But yo, the brother, and that's why I said I felt the hand of the Lord, because I'm trying to speak like the prophets speak, because that was the Lord. That was the Lord. He used that brother for me not to do anything dumb. Or I could have been, the Most High could have sent an evil spirit upon me, a nigga of the world spirit talking about, who are you? Y'all know how y'all know how they get. Y'all know how we used to get. And could have bucked up with my own brother. But he trying to help me out. He trying to help me out, talking about, brother, it's not worth it. Go get back on the train. I remember that. Where we at? We done with that. I want to read this. We can take that off the screen. Kai Connect. This is the last one. Then we're going on home. So I did my little research, right? So Kai, that's a real Swiss transition there, huh? So Kai Connect, after their breakup, so I'm gonna just read it. So after their breakup, due to alleged cheating by Gigi, Kai Connect or Sinet tried to take back the $1 million penthouse that he bought for her, but he couldn't. When he bought the house, Gigi convinced him to register it in her name, threatening to break up with Kai, but Kai put it in his name because it would mean he doubted her loyalty. Excuse me. Kai eventually registered everything in her name, only for her to break up a few months later. Now she's allegedly living in the house with her new boyfriend. What a fucking slap you. What a slap in the face. Y'all understand why we need the laws of God? The laws of God will literally heal the people.
That's right.
It will literally, if we followed the laws of God, that would have never happened. Brother Kai, if you would have proved that sister first, that would have, because you would have known she was only for a companion at the table. What I'm saying, she for the streets. She was really for the streets.
She belonged to the streets.
Right? Talk about if you didn't put it in my name, you didn't have no loyalty for me. What are you talking about?
It's lucky the one.
I got you. If you're following the laws of God, right? I'm bounded by the laws of God to be loyal to you, because ain't no boyfriend and girlfriend. No, you're my wife. Because I'm pretty sure they laid down. You're my wife. That is my loyalty, and I'm bounded by the laws of God to divorce you. Only for fornication, stepping out. That's it. But now you being a simp because hey, sister told me that. All right, cool. I guess he ain't getting this penthouse. This gonna be in my name. This is mine. But then y'all playing house. That's what y'all doing. The old folks used to tell us y'all playing house. That's all they doing. What y'all doing playing house? This is real life, but y'all playing house. Stop playing house with y'all lives. Now, that's really your house, but you gullible, simping. You put that mess in her name, and she in there with the next nigga committing adultery. What the hell are we doing? Because that's what it is. Go ahead.
I just wanted to add on to that point as well, concerning, of course, how he got to that situation as well, concerning like proving her. But it's like our people truly are destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man. And of course, that's why it's like it's a curse and a detriment onto us that the Lord would take away these different things like counsel from our people, man, and people that was set within that office in order to do so. Because like it's like who in Kai Sinat's life is there to really give that wisdom to say, well, wait a minute, brother, you shouldn't be looking at that in a woman. Wait a minute, hold on, she moving like that. Wait a minute, trust and loyalty, that should be established like right out the gate with something like this, not over you buying a house. That's like way too far. Like that's why what we're building over here, man. Like we just showed, like with that picture over there, man, the fundamentals of a nation. Hey, man, that's the reason why it's so important, so that we can build this for our brothers and our sisters, man. For we can build this for our people, right? So that we can build this thing for our children. Yo, man, we don't want to be in no place other than a world where the laws of the Most High God are upheld. It's just like Adawan said, that could have been entirely avoided if, of course, the law was set as, the standard, man. Of course, we know that that's the Lord's standard, but that's not the standard in which our people walk by. But that's the reason why the grind don't stop. We got to put in that work, of course, for our people to get that. And I teach myself, man. And I yield there.
Hey, Khan, Asali, you got anything to say on that, brother? Any encouraging words for brothers likewise?
I was just gonna say, I mean, I don't really pay attention to all of that stuff, but I have seen on the internet recently, apparently, a girl cheating on him. He changed his whole life. He like stopped streaming, and he like doing all type of different stuff now. I don't know, but
that's a lesson. That's a lesson for another time.
Yeah,
that's what it sounds like.
For the young brothers, man, don't
choose your words wisely.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to collect the words. Don't be like. Don't
give your strength over to a woman.
Don't give your strength over to the water. That's the words that I need.
Don't give your strength over to them.
Hey, and don't be hasty to credit them.
Absolutely. With a damn $1 million
$1 million penthouse.
And another nigga in your shit. What the fuck? Slack you.
You can tell when. Yeah, I mean, I said it earlier. This will happen when.
We could really just go down the list. We could really just go down.
Go there.
All praises. Hi, God, I pray that this was edifying, clarifying, and everything else-ifying. Understand, take heed of thy friends. Be aware of those unrighteous gains. Who you gaining amongst you? We the sons of thunder Israelites. It's our hopes and heart and prayer desire that all of Israel shall be saved. Kwam Yashal.
Kwam Yashal.
The Lord with me, tell me while I ever be afraid.
How long?
It's hell in the cell, undertake on the cage, throwing mankind from the rafters to the stage. At the same time, with his eyes in the blade.
Get a dog if you're afraid. It's written on the page in the scrolls of a sage, coming from a different age. Where the last shall be first, and the first shall be slaves.
Jesus, the chef in his bag again. 12 tribes finna start battling,
and that's when the bones start rattling
and thrones start shattering. Devils on fire, that's live from the Vatican.
Soft and warm, the quiet storm.